record on my computer. All right, we're recording. Yay! Okay, so, if this is your first Zoom, put it in the chat. I want to know if you guys are jumping on for the first time. I know we'll have more people jumping on, but they can catch the replay if they don't hear it all. But I want to talk about November to Remember, and first I want to open up by shouting out a few people, as you guys have seen in our team page. Carol Savage Kavanaugh, she sponsored 21 people last month while she's battling she's battling cancer. And so just you guys put your prayers out for her. She is an amazing woman if you don't know her, but it's pretty impressive that she still shows up every single day. Hi, is it Janice? I've never seen that spelling before. I'm glad that you're on your first Zoom with us. That's awesome. Also, shout out to Joe White. Y'all know Hurricane Joe, 6407 Team PRS, and Gayla Sturkey. I'm not 100% sure if I'm saying her name right, but she had over $11,000 in personal retail sales. And a lot of people are like, holy cow. So Gayla double promoted last month, I believe. Janice. Oh, Janice. I like that. That's cool. So Gayla had 11,000 in PRS, and she's never done a Facebook Live video before. She's going door to door, talking to people about products and using the old-fashioned method of the actual phone. Okay. So I love it. I think it's freaking amazing because it goes to show you if you want to be successful and you want to do it quickly, girl, you got to pound the pavement. You got to talk to people because that's what a lot of people are afraid to do. A lot of us want to post, and then we hope that people are going to buy from us. But Gayla is proof that if you just talk to enough people, you can freaking slay this business. So I love hearing that story. Hi, Rachel. Thank you for jumping on your first Zoom. That is amazing. So, okay, I'm going to get right to the point. So, as you guys know, this month we have our kudos, which is the shadow palette and mascara. And then, of course, we're going to have 9 days of Black Friday deals starting 1 week before actual Black Friday. So that is one thing that we were kind of curious about, right? Because Black Friday is toward the end of November. Where we going to run into December? But we are going to start oh, shoot. Am I not supposed to share that? Okay. Well, anyway, we're going to have 9 days deals, and I probably won't advertise that yet. But anyway, just to prepare you, Black Friday is coming. I won't give you the exact date. I never know what they've announced or whatever. I don't know. It's just, it's whatever. But I know that, it's going to be good stuff. So I don't know any of the deals coming. I just know based on past experiences, we always level it up every year. So you want to be prepared for that. Okay. So this month's focus, I know a lot of times, if you guys are newer to the business, if you've joined this year, or maybe you're veterans, you've been around here for a while, I know you might be wondering okay, so how do we do this with the balance of sales versus sponsoring? When should I do this? When should I do that? What is the best way to be productive in your business and to be the most effective in your business? Because I used to wonder this all the time. I would be like, okay, well, when do I offer the business opportunity and when do I offer the product, right? Have you guys ever wondered that before? If you guys are presentable, not naked, I would love to see your faces, by the way. I just think it's so much more fun than just looking at a pretty picture, because most of the time I look like a hot mess and I'm okay with that. So y'all can come in your jammies, and I like looking at you. So I'm going to do a couple more as you guys are jumping on. But feel free to say hi in the comments. Let us know that you're here. And so anyway, I was just sharing that. Oops, sorry guys. I'm the admin and trying to do that all at the same time. So a lot of times we get confused. Do we want to talk more about sales? Do we want to talk more about the business opportunity? When should we talk about each? Have you guys ever wondered that before? Yay, I see so many more faces. I personally really struggled with this in the beginning because to me, I'm a businesswoman. I did not start this business to sell products all the time because that's too much freaking work. I would rather sell $500 to $2,000 a month and then teach a bunch of other people to do the same thing so that I can make a residual income, because at the end of the day, that's the beauty of network marketing, in my opinion. So I definitely have always been a firm believer in leading with the product opportunity. However, on months like this, I believe in leading with sales and you should follow up with the opportunity, or sorry, I said the product opportunity, I meant business opportunity. But that's kind of how I built my business. Is I was really big on talking about the business first. And then of course, hey, let's do a party, whatever. But honestly, this is such a great sales month that you'd be robbing yourself if you're not leading with that, essentially. And then you can have the conversation afterwards, because I'm a big believer that if you can get them in love with a product, then it's pretty simple to say, hey, you already love this mascara. It's really simple. All I do is share what I love with my friends. You can do the same. And I can teach you the ropes. So it's a great way to follow up once you've got the products in hand. And your November customers love a great deal. So what better follow-up than telling them about the great deal that is the kit for $99, right, with $450 in makeup. And these are all conversations that you guys can be having. So what I want to talk to you mostly about tonight is, we are revamping the way that we're doing our Zooms. I want to encourage you guys to please invite anybody and everybody to get on these. I know I had very limited advertising as far as I wasn't 100% sure how I wanted to do this going forward, because I'm always trying new things and kind of seeing and evaluating what works. I know we have so many leaders within Lash Money, like leaders upon leaders, which I'm so grateful for. But we have a lot of them doing their own things, and that's awesome. So I want these to be as effective as possible. So I'm thinking once a month, I would like to bring you guys in. And then, of course, everyone encourage you to share ideas. And we will cover one way to really maximize the month. But then you can also keep your eyes peeled for little pop-up Zooms here and there, if we have guest speakers and things like that too. But what I want to talk to you about tonight is how to kind of plan out your month. So if you guys are calendar people, I recommend grabbing a calendar. There's so much time in November to have massive success. But right now, some people are focusing on kudos. I personally haven't focused a whole lot on kudos. I've been focusing on glam bags. I think November is a really fun month to do the mystery glam bags. You can break up the kudos. You can add some of the other sets, collections, however you want to do it. I sell mine for $40. I've got a whole training in Lash Money that you guys can go check out. I don't want to waste time tonight on that if you haven't seen that already. But honestly, they've been great for me. Because like I said, November, people are ready to spend money. It's just the holiday season already. They're starting to think about it, gift ideas, and even things for themselves as we go into holiday season. People are going to parties and things like that. But yeah, oh, Rachel, you just joined. That's awesome. So glam bags, you might want to just go back and kind of watch that training if you're not familiar. But it's just something fun for me to offer my customers, and it kind of preps them for Black Friday. So if I'm planning my November from a schedule, the first 10 days, that's my sole focus. I'm going to get as many of my little mystery glam bags sold as possible. And honestly, I find in my business, as far as sales go, if I don't focus on too much, I sell a lot more of it. So if I take a whole month and just talk about mascara, I sell a lot of mascara. Last month, I talked only pretty much about the Flawless 4, and I sold plenty of them. Did anybody else earn your perk with corporate? Yay, that's awesome. Yeah, so honestly, I love that, Olivia, I love that you're working out while you're listening to this. This is so funny. I'm dying watching you do your dance cardio. But honestly, I find that if you keep talking about something enough, because of exposure, because of the algorithms within Facebook, the way that everything works, that you will get more sales, because a lot of times people are skeptical. So why are lash affiliates working so well? Because one person is posting about the same thing for up to 10 days. Okay, so it's the same concept here. So my first 10 days to focus on selling my 500 to get the perk from corporate is, for me personally, I'm focusing on glam bags. Now, if you choose to focus on kudos, absolutely go do that. It's still a low price point. I feel like a lot of customers can really get behind that. But I got a message today from a girl. She's already gotten one of her glam bags in the mail. And she said, oh my gosh, if you did this on subscription, I'd be all over it. I love this so much. And I'm like, oh, that's an even better idea. Now I want to do them more. But it's just fun ways to keep your business interesting and things that will set you apart from the rest, right? So now I want to talk to you guys about what to do with the rest of the month. So I had this idea. I want to kind of run it by you and even get some of your feedback. So bear with me because before I move on to that, I'm just going to cover a couple of other little things. But I think it's a really good idea. But like any new idea, you kind of have to try it out and see what it works or how it works. But tell me what y'all think, okay? Because I really do want honest feedback and ways that we can make it effective as we prepare to train the entire team on it. So I'm glad that you guys are here to kind of like help out and offer some of that feedback, okay? So first and foremost, as I said, this month's focus, mainly sales, okay? Then follow up with the business opportunity. Your stories should be flooded. Ray Higdon, I'm in his 14-day challenge right now. He was talking about today how you can't post too much in your stories right now. It's not going to hurt you. You can post too much on your page, but in your stories, you can hyper post. So post about the mascara, post about eyeshadow looks, post about your mystery bags, you know, just keep it really exciting, but also invite people into your life. If you're doing something fun with your kids, whatever, you know, don't forget to be a real person in the mix of that. Okay. So, but you can really be posting a lot of the kudos type stuff in your stories, in whatever like customer promo that you're offering. Okay. So also remember that as we get ready for Black Friday, we should be seeing those promos all over your stories. But okay, so the idea that I had, would love to get some feedback on is I am thinking, so y'all know the affiliates. If you're brand new, go watch the affiliate training, okay? Because it's the new way of doing parties. We were formerly an online party company, which we still are, but we're very innovative and we like to change the way that we're doing things because over time people do get bored. It's just the way it is. So it's always fun to keep it interesting and fun and change it up from time to time. So the Lash affiliates have been working really, really well for people, not just for sales, but truly to gain exposure and to make connections and meet new friends. You know, basically get to know your friends' friends. So it's not so much about who you know now, it's about who you're willing to get to know. And it's a great extension of your network by having Lash affiliates because everyone who sees their posts now, they're fair game for you to make friends with. So here's what I'm thinking, Black Friday affiliates. So this can get a little bit crazy, okay? If you've not been around for Black Friday in the past, pretty much everything will sell out. And it will sell out quickly. But in the past, we've always known the Black Friday deal the night before. So what if for the first 10 days, we focused on getting our $500 in PRS, right? That's a great goal to front load your month, whether you're focused on the glam bags or selling 10 kudos or whatever that goal is for you, okay? But I am thinking Black Friday affiliate links. Now, this is not for the faint of heart. I have this in my notes because this is going to be work, you guys. It's going to be a lot of work for you, but it can be potentially extremely rewarding. Okay, so it will require you to have a way to invoice your customers 100%. You're going to need to do that. I would recommend probably one party link and just create, you know, adding everybody to that so that you don't get super overwhelmed or crazy. And you need to be organized as we go into this. You want a pen and paper, one notebook designated for Black Friday. But my idea is that basically you would share, you know, the posts that we've done before about like free to a good home, like the mascara picture, like, no, that's not a typo or whatever. I was thinking maybe you could create a cute picture. And this is literally all like in the pre-launch phase. Like I've never done anything like this, but I think it could work really well. So maybe you create a picture of like a cute little gift card and you could say like, I've got X amount of, you know, Christmas gift cards to give away or something like that, right? Make it really flashy and cute. And then, you know, kind of the same concept. That's not a typo. Drop an emoji to claim yours. And then you would just go into Messenger and talk about being one of your Black Friday affiliates and that you have a very limited number of spots. Okay. So I personally would not book like the more the merrier type thing. I would keep it a limited amount that you feel that you can handle while still handling your Black Friday customers. Now, if you don't have a lot of customers at all, like go ahead and take on whatever you feel your workload could be. But for me personally, last year, I think I had about 100 customers that wanted me to keep them in the loop for my Black Friday deals. And it was time consuming, but in a good way. So I personally probably wouldn't take more than about 10 affiliates for Black Friday. So here's the way that it would work. I would let them know from the beginning, hey, we've got to have fast fingers because these deals do sell out and it's a first come, first serve. But if you can post by, this time tonight, then I will try to get all of your orders together for you by the next morning. If it sells out, I'll be sure to let your customer. But what I would plan to do is I personally go in, I place the order, I have them all shipped to me, and then I ship them out to my customers for Black Friday. So I would maybe plan on buying an extra here and there if it was a really good one that I knew that I could sell either way, just in case somebody just saw it as soon as it sold out. But that's completely up to you. So I'm telling you guys this as ideas. I want you to take some creative liberty here to become a professional and really take your own spin on things. But my job is not to do it for you, but just to give you ideas to where you think, okay. Like for me, a light bulb went off when I thought of that. And I was like, I think this could be really big, even just for the exposure and for making it fun, right? So you're just going to grab the picture, whatever corporate puts out there. You're going to send that to your affiliate and say, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Let me know if you want to grab one too, and I'll put it under your link. And it's a great way to even get them purchasing if their customers don't. It's no big deal. You're selling to them. How many people can say that their Lash affiliates ended up buying something anyway, right? So it's just great exposure overall. But I would definitely advertise it as makeup money for Christmas for them. So you can either choose to give them a small gift or white cash or whatever if their link qualifies. But all of those details are going to be up to you. But I wanted to tell you guys about it now, not to overwhelm you, but just so you could kind of get your ducks in a row and kind of get that going. So what do you guys think of that? I love affiliates. Great idea. Yes. So besides the affiliates, and as I said, you need to be prepared because it will be work, okay? Because affiliates are work, but adding it to the chaos that is Black Friday. But I'm telling you, if you want to have an epic month where you're just holy cow, that's my top sales. Last November was my top sales of the whole year. So, and it was mostly due to, it was 100% due to glam bags because it's the last time I did them was last year, and Black Friday bundles. So I'm telling you, you guys can have a killer month if you're prepared. So you need to have a game plan going into this, okay? Not for sure about affiliates, how to do it. Yeah. So if you go into our team training page and just type affiliate in the search bar, you can see lots of training that'll help you kind of get a ground feel for what that looks like. And then, of course, we can answer more questions as time comes. We've got time, you guys. It's only the 5th of November. Black Friday is a while away. But I just thought that, this could kind of help stir up some ideas a little bit. So what do you think? Yes? No? Yeah? Okay, I think it'll be good. I like a good challenge, and I like changing it up, right? We don't want to do the same thing over and over. But back to the same thing that I did last year that was effective, and you definitely want to be doing this alongside is, so you guys have to get in Messenger. If you're not getting in Messenger, you're robbing yourself, okay? I told you in the beginning of this call, if some of you jumped on later, about Gayla. She was pounding the pavement, sold $11,000 in PRS last month, and she's brand new to the business because she's literally calling people and walking to people's houses and talking about products, letting them try them, right? So it goes to show you talking to people is what's going to make you money and get you some happy customers, okay? So if you're not talking to people, if you're not building your contact list for Black Friday, and you're just expecting that when corporate announces what the deal is, you're going to post a graphic and get sales, it's not going to happen. You might be lucky to get one or two. But if you're having conversations with people and you're asking them, I always ask permission. Lindsay's hand's raised. I'll get right back to you, Lindsay. So I always ask permission if people want to know about my deals. So for instance, I mentioned earlier, the girl, I already sent out sent out some of my glam bags, and one of my customers got hers already, and she said she would love to know if I do a subscription program of some sort over time. And I was like, well, you know, I've got 9 days of Black Friday deals coming. Do you want me to keep you in the loop for those? And she was like, yeah, absolutely. So I'm telling you, this is such a simple conversation to have. So I want you guys to go into your Customer Connect if you have been a presenter for a while, and anybody who's purchased from you really over the course of the last year, I want you to message them. Okay, so you're gonna message them and just say, hey girl, I hope you're doing well. I cannot believe that we're already getting ready to go into the holiday season. I've got 9 days of deals coming up for Black Friday as my customer appreciation. Just want to know if you want me to keep you in the loop, let me know. And honestly, it's that simple. I usually just say something like that. I'm like, do you want me to keep you in the loop? And if they say yeah, they go on the list. Okay, so last year I had a lot of people, but I didn't want my chats to get too big, so I think I broke them up into 2 different chats and then just ran them individually. I am going to, yeah, if you run a VIP group, absolutely. Okay, sorry. I was looking at a message, but yeah, if you run a VIP group, I personally don't. It's embarrassing, really. No, I have a VIP group. It's just so lame. So I don't use it. I use my personal page, and then I use Messenger all the time. But if you have a VIP group, it's a bomb place to do all. That's actually, I think, why I created a VIP group when I did. It was like a couple of Black Fridays ago that I was like, I really need a place for this. But it honestly, unless, you know, things grow when you feed them, right? So you've got to work on it if you want it to work. And I always forgot it was there, so it didn't really work for me. But I work my business in other areas. So what you're gonna do, as far as the chats go, is get your butt in Messenger. Okay, if they're online right now, go get Messenger. Treat it like a blitz, like Black Friday blitz, y'all. Hey, do you want to know about my deals? Okay, if they say yes, then guess what? You can also ask them if they want to be one of your affiliates, that you've got 10 spots, okay? Like, honestly, that part's completely up to you. You can get probably plenty of sales just by sharing with your own customers, but how much better is it if you can expand your network past your own right now and reach their networks too, okay? So yes, the green light challenge. So if you guys are not familiar with that, whenever we do party booking blitzes and things like that, we do something called the green light challenge, which is basically you go into Messenger, and anybody who's green, you're going to send them a message. So what that would look like is set your timer on your phone, like once a day, even if you want, leading up to it. And if the person on Messenger has a green light by their name, they're getting a message from you. Say, hey friend, oh my gosh, I'm so glad I saw you're online. I thought you'd want to hear about this. I would be a bad friend if I didn't tell you. I like to use that line because, number one, it sounds like me. So say something that sounds like you, but also I love a good deal. I actually just had somebody message me tonight and ask about a foundation bundle. And I'm like, ooh, like I was literally posting about it all month, right? So most people want to know if something's going on sale. It's up to them whether they buy it. You know, there's no pressure, but I like to be in the know. So basically, they've got the green light next to their name. They're getting a message from you. It's going to say, hey, April, oh my gosh, I'm so excited to see you online. I meant to message you. Listen, I've got 9 days of deals coming up for Black Friday, and I'm so freaking excited. They're going to be so good, but they will sell out. So do you want me to keep you informed about what each day is going to be? And you can decide whether you want it or not. And she's going to say, well, heck yeah, put me on your list. Okay, perfect. You're going on my list. I'll keep in touch. Okay, it's that simple. Then they're going on your list. Like I said, get that pen and paper out. If you guys are techie people, get the notes in your phone. I keep so many notes in my phone, and then I have like 4,000 notebooks all over my house. So whatever way that you choose to stay organized with that, okay? Yes, it's a disservice not to tell them about it. And a lot of times we're scared, right? Like, oh, I don't want to bug them. I don't want to come off pushy. But this is the one time that you guys can be like extra pushy, because it's a what's in it for them, okay? It's not necessarily, of course there's something in it for you. You're going to make money. But corporate typically is discounting things cheaper or more. They're higher levels of discount than we even get as a presenter. So to me, like, that's worth sharing with everybody. So, hey, if you want to know about it, I'll put you on my list. If not, no big deal. Okay, no pressure. And then they go on your list. So then I did want to share this. I've got it in my notes on my phone. I'm going to post it in our little chat, and then you guys can copy and paste it if you want. This was just from last year, but that way you'll kind of get an idea. Let me see if I can paste from my phone. This is what I said. Oh, is it going to work? Yeah, this is what I said last year. So keep in mind, this is all last year, so you're going to want to modify a bit. So, hey babes, I'm so excited to share 9 days of Black Friday deals with all of you. So, okay, so once I had my chats organized and I added everybody to it, this is the exact wording that I used in there. I put the rules in there. So the number one thing, and I noticed this with affiliates, is they don't want their phones blowing up with everybody's questions and comments, okay? So if you're putting people in a chat, then be sure that they understand the rules, because a lot of people don't. They'll put the thumbs up or whatever, and then everybody's phone's ding, ding, ding. Nobody likes that. So right off the bat, I put in, just kind of like the game plan for them. Don't comment on this chat. Make sure you private message me, and I will take care of you. And honestly, every now and then I would have somebody post something in the chat, but it was rare. So nobody seemed annoyed. I didn't really have like a lot of people leaving the chat or anything like that. So it worked really well for me. So I plan on doing the same thing with my customers this year. So again, how do you find your customers? Do that green light challenge. Do your Facebook Messenger friends list challenge. Just talk to people, engage with people, spend the month talking to people, you guys. Make them feel good, okay? Compliment their pictures. Tell them how much you freaking love them. Make people feel good. 'Tis the season, right? Everybody's paid for Starbucks and stuff. Like, make people feel good on your Facebook page. Give value, okay? So do the green light challenge. Talk to people on Facebook Messenger. And then also, if you have any past sales at all, go through your customer connect in your back office and message every single one of those people. If you're like me, and you've done like mystery glam bags in the past, or you've done like cash and carry mascara, I have a trail of that too. So I can go into my Square card reader statements. I can go into my PayPal, my Venmo, anybody who I've had mascara transactions with. These are all people that you need to be following up with about Black Friday. Last year, I remember I got a little bit lazy because my list grew pretty quickly, and I stopped with like, I can't remember. I think it was like mascara follow-ups, and it already built my list so big that I was like, oh, I don't even have to do more than that. If I had done more, my sales would have been even higher. But honestly, there are so many different ways that you can find people to talk to. You just have to be willing to talk to them, okay? Does anybody have any questions? That's pretty much what I have for you tonight. And when all else fails, talk about mascara, y'all. Even if your Black Friday deals are selling out, that's what I don't want to hear, okay? I don't want you guys to be not prepared. And this, I didn't even cover that. Set your freaking alarm, okay? I don't care what you're doing, but when corporate tells you what time a product's going to go live, be in line 30 minutes early, because they will sell out. And if it doesn't, it's because it's nail polish. I'm just kidding. That happened last year. But anyway, it was not my favorite. They told us they'll never do nail polish again, so I don't think we have to worry. So yeah, if you don't get your promotions this month, you're not talking to enough people. Yeah, there is no reason that you guys can't reach your goals. Honestly, most people that set big goals that don't reach them, they realize in their heart that it's on them, right? Like, I could have been talking to more people. There's a level higher that I could have gone. I know that's the way it is for me personally. Like, for me, I know I need to rebuild new leaders in my organization. I would love to see that happen. But honestly, how am I going to do that? Number one, it's sponsor people. Number two, it's going back to the basics and just teaching people how to talk to people, how to have conversations. You love the nail polish. That is so funny. Jamie has too. She'll sell them to you. You guys, I'm pretty sure I still have some stuff from Black Friday of last year. Remember the unicorn like stick or whatever? Mia put that on in her makeup video the other day. But anyway, so Rachel asked a great question. Do we buy products ourselves to sell, or do we buy direct, or they buy directly from our website? So this is where you're going to want to have a way to either invoice or take payment or whatever, because this is more than likely what's going to happen. your customer is not going to set an alarm. Your customer is not going to wait in line for 30 minutes. You are going to want to place those orders for her. Okay, so this is the one time a year that I give you full-fledged advice to not direct people to your website. Of course, it's a good habit to put them in. I still don't. I like to place orders for people a lot, but I'm getting better. Now that we can create carts for people, you guys, it has changed the game for me. So that's what I do a lot more now. I create a cart and then I send it their way and they check out. Now they're in my website. But for Black Friday, no, I don't recommend doing that because you run the risk of the product selling out and then not being able to get their hands on it. So the way I would do it is you want to tell them, like if you've got these chats going the night before, get ready. As soon as corporate announces it, you want to go in there and say, hey, this is going live at 9 a.m. Make sure that you pay me ASAP if you want this. Now for me, I had a handful of people that maybe they went to bed or they didn't get up early enough to maybe see my message. That part's going to be up to you. I usually place the order anyway because you guys, we have a love it guarantee. So worst case scenario, I can always send it back, but I never had a problem. It was either somebody later in the day messaged me that wanted it if that person changed her mind, or that person eventually paid me, or I would just send her like one girl last year, I'm pretty sure I sent her like 20 reminders and she was like in the hospital or something, but she ended up paying me like a month later. Like it was really bad. I felt like such a jerk, but I was like, listen, lady, you told me you wanted this, but I'm telling you, just use your judgment. But I like to take the payment the night before or the morning of, whatever, and then put the order through. And then the other thing you guys want to remember is there's a 3-hour processing window that you can cancel an order. So at 9 a.m. I get up, I place as many orders as people expressed interest, and then if for some crazy reason I need to cancel the order, I can go through and do that. Does that make any sense? I think it definitely, if you're brand new, this can sound a little bit overwhelming, but chances are if you're brand new, you're not going to be bombarded yet, with like 100 orders to put in. So it should be fairly manageable as you're building your network and your friends list and everything. Okay. No. So Rachel, who is your upline elite or your upline black? Because I can kind of help you with that. But what I do is I use the Square invoice. You can get your first $1,000 in processing fees waived. Venmo, of course, is free. Facebook Messenger is free. I find most, if my customers aren't doing Venmo, they're good with an invoice, and then, I just email it to them. But Ashley Pareto. Okay, so Ashley knows how to do this really, really well. You can message her and she can walk you through it a little bit more in detail too. There's probably more training on it in our page too, if you just look and search around a bit. But honestly, if you just Google like how to take payment through Venmo, how to take payment through, I just create invoices that way. So don't forget to charge them for tax and apply shipping as you would see fit. Yeah, it's really, really easy. Once you do one, you do more and more, and like you'll love doing it. It's really so simple. But just play around with it. But that's why, again, it's really good that you kind of know this now as we, so you can start to prepare and get your ducks in a row. Okay. We were told 1 p.m. Eastern the day before. Okay, good. I couldn't remember, but I do remember them giving us more time because we were like, guys, like we need to prepare for this. Like we got a lot of people we got a message about this. So yeah, if you guys want to have a November to remember, get your ducks in a row, get these lists made. There is no reason that every single one of you can't sell 2,000 or more in PRS this month and then go above and beyond. I couldn't believe, like, I'm not a big salesperson. My top sales month was like high 4s, y'all. Like, it's nothing crazy. And I've been doing this for like 5.5 years. But I'm telling you, to me, that's a huge month because I'm teaching a bunch of other people to do the same thing. So awesome. Okay, you're freaking out. Yes, I would recommend, Rachel, if you could jump on the phone with Ashley Pareto for even just 15, 20 minutes and she could do a little one-on-one. I know Ashley well enough to know that she'd be more than willing. If not, send me a message and we can chat more about that. Okay. So, anyway, does anybody else want to add anything? I know, Lindsay, you had your hand raised like 14 hours ago. So did you want to say anything? Y'all, I'm so excited that I'm wearing glasses. Oh, my eyes don't burn. Okay, what's going on?
Okay, so I'm not in the bathtub anymore, so I can actually do video. So I wanted to, I guess, touch on the DMO thing. Don't laugh at me. This thing's falling off my head. The
unique Black
DMO.
Friday towel from last year.
Yeah,
I love it.
it's awesome. I use it all the time. Okay, so what I've been doing that has worked for me and doubled my productivity and my connections with people and just conversations in the last 3 months, but I've used it even more so far this month, and it's working phenomenally. Is I've created I went by Ray Higdon's DMO. He calls it a daily method of operation. So every day I do what I call the power hour, and I sit down and I spend 1 hour messaging people. And I have it broken up by 15-minute time increments. So I spend 15 minutes on follow-up, 15 minutes on prospecting, 15 minutes on product, and then the other 15 minutes is just engagement.
Mm-hmm.
So what I've done so far in the last 5 days is I've changed that, and I've been messaging everybody about the about the glam bags, because I'm doing the glam bags. But when they say yes for the glam bags, I've had 8 people say yes just today alone for glam bags. So when they say yes to the glam bags, 90% of the people who are saying yes are current customers of mine, people who have ordered something already. So I say, hey, I know you love our products, and obviously you love a good deal because you signed up for the glam bag. Can I sign you up, or do you want to be on my list to be contacted with our deals for November? And that seems to be working really, really, really well for me. I've had, I think right now I have a total of 15 people on my list, and I just started signing people up for the list yesterday.
That's awesome.
So that's working really well, and I highly recommend setting aside a set amount of time to contact people for specific reasons. Be intentional with your time. Yeah. Because I don't have a lot of time, you guys. I'm active duty Army, so I'm full-time doing that during the day. Then I pick my kid up from daycare. Then I come home and I have to cook and get her ready for bed, do all that stuff. So my time is very limited. So setting time frames really helped, and it helped me stay focused, because I tend to have squirrel syndrome. So I lose focus very easily. So this has helped me. So maybe doing something like that will help some of you guys.
Yeah, I love that you touched on that, especially from the perspective of somebody who's still working full-time and everything too. Because I was thinking about that, like, I hope I didn't overwhelm you guys talking about the affiliates, because it's a lot of work, but it's not a lot of time. If you're organized with it, you can crank it out. And I love what Lindsay was saying about the power hour, because honestly, you can always work this business with very part-time hours if you're using your time wisely. My eyes have been so open to how much time I waste in a day. Most of you guys know my husband's home. My kids go to school. And it's crazy to me that I'll look at the clock and be like, crap, they're going to be getting off the bus in like 20 minutes. Where did my day go? But if you have a plan, you guys, you can get so much more accomplished. And an hour is golden if you're prepared. So that's why really for the first 10 days of the month, I would message, like Lindsay said, if you're doing glam bags like we are, absolutely message about that, or message about mascara or the kudos, whatever you've decided to focus on for those first 10 days. And then shift it after those 10 and start promoting Black Friday. Of course, if you haven't met your goal, 500 by the 10th, you guys know the drill, kind of how to balance that out, right? You're just always having conversations. But your money is made in Messenger. It is not on your Facebook page. Facebook page is like a quick little advertisement, but you close your deals in Messenger. It's very rare that somebody's just going to see a post that you made, go to find your website, which you shouldn't be posting your links anyway. Go find your website, and then place an order. Like every now and then you might have that happen, but for the most part, people need just a little bit of pressure because the average person, they have questions. So you got to get in there and you got to talk to them. Okay. So, you're beat. Oh my gosh, 3M, where are you? Going through your head, you'll be struggling to say, yeah, good luck. You're not gonna be able to shut it off now. Welcome to the wonderful world of crazy. The UK. Okay, now it all makes sense. Yeah, you're gonna have so much fun changing over the pricing and all that. Yeah. I'm just kidding.
Hey,
No,
Kylie,
awesome.
can I touch on one other thing with this real quick?
Yeah, sure.
So, this goes back to the affiliates. So, because like I said, my time is super, super limited, and I don't know if this works for anybody else, but this has been working for me with the affiliate posts. I created a group, and I put post 1 through 10 in there. So, like the daily posts I put in there, and I directed everybody to that group. And I tell them, I say, just go to whatever day you're starting on. I say, okay, go to post 1 this day, and they do it, and it works really well for me to just be able to direct them, because then I don't have to send the messages to everybody, and it's all in one place. So if you're like me and you're on a severely restricted time schedule, that might help you guys with some of this stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, and that is one thing. And again, you can go back and watch more of that affiliate training. But yeah, some people do the little groups. I know I did like a chat with multiple people in it and put the posts in there each day. Some people do individual messaging, but I definitely wouldn't recommend trying to juggle too much because it gets, our business is meant for time freedom. So you don't want to overwhelm yourself to the point that you're ready to pull your hair out. But I do want to inoculate y'all. Okay. If you want to have a successful November, whether you're working part-time, full-time, not at all, you're all unique, whatever, if you're going to have a good November, you're going to feel stressed out by the end of it. It's just the way it is. But you're going to also feel freaking awesome, okay? Because I remember, like, I literally sobbed and sobbed and sobbed last November. I was like, look at my phone. It told me how many hours I was on, and I'm a bad mom, and I was crying, and I just felt like a jerk. But y'all, we made some money last November, and we had a lot of people hitting promotions, and people were rank advancing, people were fired up, and it sets the tone for your 2020, you guys. It will set the tone. And you only get one November a year, so be prepared to be a little bit tired or a lot of bit tired. Get your glasses on if you have the eye burn, but it's going to be a November to remember, and I'm excited to do it all with y'all. And yeah, we'll talk more soon. Let me know if you have any questions. Everyone have a fantastic Tuesday night. Thanks for getting on.